Our next speaker is Lori Harnick. She is the General Manager of Citizenship and Public Affairs at Microsoft. And I think that this topic, Lori, oh, great. Lori is going to speak about computer science in every high school. So just like Will is calling for resources for the kids in Boyle Heights, I'm really curious to hear how this intersects with what Lori has to say. So Lori, welcome. Sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a real honor to be here with all of you. And as our moderator mentioned, I manage our corporate citizenship work at Microsoft, which includes a very special focus on empowering youth, helping youth through technology realize their dreams all around the world. And I can't help but look around this room, look around this campus, look around this community, and recognize how lucky we are, how fortunate we are that technology has powered our dreams. And that many of us have been part of an industry that has truly changed the world and continues to change the world at an incredible pace every day, every minute. The opportunity for technology to continue to make the world a better place, that opportunity, it's unbelievably endless and great. But there's one problem. We're leaving the future behind. The young people who we need to build the future, to take technology to new heights that we have never even imagined today, those young people are being left behind. Despite the fact that they have the smarts and the passion and the enthusiasm, we are really not doing what we must do to educate them and create the future innovators of tomorrow. And we really need these innovators, not just for the technology industry, but for all industries, for all sectors of our society and our economy that are increasingly relying upon skills that you learn in terms of STEM and computational skills through computer science courses. That is the underpinning of our economy going forward. And we're leaving our future behind because we're not helping these young people access that kind of education. Every year, the US economy creates 120,000 new jobs for computer science graduates. And that's not just jobs in the technology industry, it's in all industries, all sectors. Every year, our education system graduates only 50,000 computer science engineers. That's leaving a gap. 70,000 unfilled jobs, 70,000 lost opportunities. Why is this? Why is this? Do we think that it's because computer science is not of interest to our students today? Absolutely not. We have a gap here. US high schools are about 42,000 public and private high schools in the United States. Only about 3,200, about 7.7%, are offering the AP Computer Science course. And of all students in high schools across the US, less than 1% are taking the AP Computer Science exam. Of that small amount, 19% are women, and only 10.5% are African American or Hispanic. Again, is it because they're not interested? Is there lack of interest? Again, absolutely not. The real problem is access. We are not providing the access to this type of education for our students today. And even where we are providing access, we're not giving kids the credit for taking the courses. Literally, they're not getting the credit for taking the courses because there are only 14 states in our country that provide a math or science graduation credit for a computer science course. So all those other states, even though they may offer computer science at some level, you get no graduation credit for it. So computer science counts in only 14 states. So what are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this here in this room and in this community and in the broader society? A couple of things. Let's make sure that computer science is seen as fun and accessible for as many kids across the country as possible. In a couple of weeks, December 9th through the 13th, we have National Computer Science Week. And during this week, Code.org is going to sponsor and promote an hour of code. It's a way to encourage everyone, teachers, parents, kids, all kinds of adults, to try computer programming for just 1 hour. Check it out. See how easy it is. See how accessible it is. I'm going to even try it. And I didn't do so well in my computer science 101 class in college. Check it out. You might have seen a video that went viral not long ago with none other than will.i.am included, athletes, other musicians, talking about computer science, how cool it is, popularizing it. This initiative is continuing, and so look for more to come on that in December. The other thing I would suggest we do is let's really work at making computer science count in every high school in every state across the US. Right now, there are public policy advocacy efforts underway to make this happen all across the country, state by state by state. And then lastly, let's help our teachers. Right now, there are several hundred computer science engineers from companies all across the tech industry who are volunteering their time about an hour or so a week to teach computer science in their local high school. And while they're there, they are equipping the teachers in the classroom to continue teaching this course on an ongoing basis. I'm going to share with you just one story where this is making a real impact in a young person's life and unleashing a new potential innovator for our future. So let's take a minute and roll the video, please.
The economy here is very bad. Our school system and our oil is probably the biggest things that we have going. It's not where you want to go for work.
But it's a proud county. The people take pride in who they are, and it's a good place to live.
You take the good with the bad. I just love it here, and this is where I wanted to raise my children. Jeremy has not a whole lot of interest in different things. Technology is where he wants to be. He learned what he could on his own, but then he didn't know where to go from there. He didn't even know how to go from there.
I want to be a software engineer. Would be awesome. I just like to create stuff. That's why I always wanted to make games.
He had no confidence in himself. His grades were less than perfect. And after this class came and the program started, he just can't wait for third period.
I'm a software engineer working for Microsoft, and I teach in the mornings through a program called TEALS. TEALS is largely local. What we're doing this year is to try to take a lot of the successes that we've had locally and see if we can have a national impact. I believe that people shouldn't be limited just by kind of where they were born and the circumstances they were born into. I'm teaching remotely, but out into rural Kentucky. And that's huge. That's so huge for me.
Well, TILS has been a godsend to us. We couldn't afford the teachers and the program, and so Microsoft has stepped in, and we are very thankful.
And it's just helped him all the way around. Sky's the limit for him now.
Like I thought I wasn't gonna go to college, and now I'm considering it, and it changed my life.
How do you thank somebody enough to know that your child knows he's somebody now and gonna be great?
Jeremy is one of actually thousands of stories of young people who are accessing computer science education earlier than they ever would, were it not for this program. He's one of many, many students in 70 high schools across the US where a computer science engineer is taking time away from their own job and their own career to step into the classroom and to inspire these students to take technology to new heights. The number of students that we have, over 3,300 students, 25% of them are women, 29% are African American or Hispanic. As you can see from the video, we're doing this in person, we're also doing this remotely, so we're really trying to extend as far as we can. And while this program was started by Microsoft, it is absolutely populated by computer science engineers from across the tech industry. So of the number of volunteers we have, about half are Microsoft, but the other half are from all of our partners in the industry and our competitors. And it's absolutely wonderful to see that coming together for this kind of a cause. So Jeremy's story is a great story, and as well as those that are with him in the program. But we have to multiply this story across the country if we really want to fuel a pipeline of innovation, unlock the potential in these young people to change the world. So what can you do? How can you help create opportunities for the Jeremys of the world? How can you encourage and empower them to make big changes in their lives and in our lives going forward? How do they carry on the legacy of the technology industry to places we've never seen it, we can't even imagine where it's going to go? How can you all help? I'd suggest 3 things. First of all, please tell your family and friends, tell your neighbors and networks to talk to their students, talk to their kids about code.org and the Hour of Code in the week of December 9th. Encourage trying out coding, seeing what it's like, get that spark going. Secondly, look locally for the efforts that are underway in your state to make computer science count, and join those efforts. Make your voice known if this is something you care about. And third, if you're a computer science engineer, consider spending an hour or so a week volunteering to teach computer science in your local high school. And if you're not an engineer, talk to your engineering friends, encourage them to do the same. Let's not leave the future behind. Together, we can tap into the incredible talent and unleash the potential of these young people to create a better future for all of us. Thank you.